We are still on the road here in Des Moines, Iowa, and now it's Miata time. Roll the intro. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we're still out here in Iowa and we're still at Ramsey Mazda in the middle of this Mazda Palooza, actually towards the end of the Mazda Palooza now. But what we got going on here for you is a Mazda Miata. What is this? This is a 24 Mazda Miata RF in machine gray metallic paint, black leather interior, small two-seat sports car. There's no changes for 25, so I'm going to bring you this 24 since there aren't any 25s on the lot here in the Midwest as of yet. So you can let me know if you're in the market for this two-seat sports car. We have seen the BRZ the other day. We've seen the GR86. Here is the benchmark. Is this the one you would get? You can let me know as we go through the car. So let's dig in. Front end of this Miata RF in the machine gray metallic paint. Great color on this car. We have a full spread of LED lighting up front, including the turn signals. This low slung hood coming on down. Mazda badge right on the center. We have a combination of gloss black and flat black on our grille with side air curtain action and front splitter action in flat black. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire setup on this MX-5 Miata RF, we have Mazda's 17-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel with the Mazda badge on the center cap. These wheels are wrapped in Bridgestone Potenza tires, 205 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, rear wheel drive. As we move on out, we have ventilated front discs, we have solid rear discs in the back, and this machine gray paint. I love the curves on this vehicle as far as how they have this body line coming up and over and out the back. LED turn signal, side marker lights we can call them, and then we have color matched side view mirror cap, color matched door handles, a left side fuel filler cap, and of course as we go up top we have the RF or retractable fastback roof. As we come around to the rear of this Miata MX-5, we have a full spread of LED lighting in the back, MX-5 on the left, Sky Active G on the right, and then down below, all color matched paint. And then we have our dual exhaust coming out the right side. Under the hood of this Miata RF, we have Mazda's 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission, 181 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 26 in the city, 35 on the highway, and 29 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. The 24 Mazda MX-5 RF Grand Touring trim. This is top trim action, or just about. And so it's an expensive one. So here we go. Base price, $37,980. This vehicle's got a few options on it. We'll check those out when we go through the window sticker. Once we add those in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,185 from Mazda's Hiroshima, Japan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $39,985. Woo! First up, I got to show you how this retractable fastback roof works. So here we go. Now we're done. Now if we want to close it on up, just push the button the other way. And now we're good. Way to go. Let's jump on in and check out the interior next. Starting with the driver door panel, we're going to go with this graphite, almost like a machine gray trim into your chrome door handle. Then we're going to go with black with the light gray cross stitch. And then on the switchgear here, we have a faux carbon fiber look on the switchgear. Switchgear itself is flat black. Now, as we come on into the foot box, we do have a pretty good sized foot box on a small vehicle, dead pedal brake accelerator, carpeted MX-5 floor mats in the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, all leather seating here in the Grand Touring RF, right? Manual seats, no power, soft bolstering, all one piece, nice firm headrest. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. As we move on into the dash, we're going to have soft touch material up top, some chrome around your heat and air vent, more soft touch with the stitching, and then the glove box is in here, in between the two seats, right there. So a little bit different changer on up in this MX-5. Infotainment system here in this Miata RF. This is an 8.8-inch Mazda infotainment system. We have CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility with wireless CarPlay, built-in nav, and in order to change things on your infotainment screen, it's not a touch screen, you have to use the dial. So when you use the dial, you go back to home, and this is where we have our general information up here. You can go in here, fuel efficiency monitoring, vehicle status monitoring, and that stuff. Down below, we have our entertainment. We can go to our source list. We're going to have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB music. We come back. We're going to come all the way back out. There we go. We have our communication, where we can go ahead and Bluetooth our phone. Come down. There's our navigation maps settings. In-vehicle displays. Don't have a head-up display in here, but you can do some configuration of your displays right through here. And we do have speakers and equalizer for this 9-speaker Bose system that's in here. Safety settings, vehicle settings. We can go ahead, set up your doors, exterior, interior lighting, rain sensing wipers, turn signals, that sort of thing. Connectivity settings, Wi-Fi hotspot, as well as Bluetoothing your phone right here. And then we can go to our general system settings. That's like home region, language, right? All that stuff, how you want things present on the screen, miles or kilometers, that sort of thing that's in here. And then we can go back to our map and we're done. Now, when we go to reverse, we do have a backup camera, is cleared, doesn't have trajectory. Would like to see the trajectory in here, but it is what it is. We go back to park and we are good to go. Now, as we move down further, we have a couple of heat and air vents and 4-way hazards right here. You have your push button start right there. We don't have climate control. We have standard heat and air. This is going to be the temperature, hotter or colder, fan speed, and where do you want the air to come out, and your defrost. Underneath here, this button right here is going to raise or lower this RF roof, right? The retractable fastback roof. And then on the right side here, you have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And then inside here, you have an area where you can slide your phone right there. And then right next to it over here, you have 2 USB-Cs. Now, as we come on down, here is the gear shift with the gator in leather and light gray cross stitch to go through the 6-speed automatic transmission. And then underneath here, you got your modes, which we'll go through when we check out the dash. Here's the dial I was using for the infotainment screen. And we have our volume control right here with favorites, manual emergency brake, which I always like to see in a sports car, and then our small armrest that is soft. We do have a little area to put stuff in. And we have a couple of cup holders in here. We have one right here by the driver's side right elbow. And then we have another cup holder up front here on the passenger side by the passenger's left leg. Miata steering wheel, leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. Love the thickness of this wheel. It's just perfect in my hands. Mazda badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, and I'm going to have an issue getting in and out because this is a small vehicle, low to the ground, get down into it, get up out of it, and at 5'11", my knee is going to hit. Would like to see Mazda in the future flatten this wheel off. Now, we do have some brushed aluminum to lift up the wheel. On the left side here, flat black on the switchgear, you have your telephone voice commands, volume controls for the digital portion of your dash. On the right, you're going to have your adaptive cruise as well as paddles on the back of the wheel to go up and down the 6-speed automatic manually if you would like. On the left side, you're going to have your headlights and turn signals, high beams on the right side, windshield wipers, and then down here on the left, You're going to have safety suite on or off, traction control on or off, adaptive high beams on or off. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have our analog digital combo right there. And if we go to our sport mode, boom, it goes sport right there in the center, or out of sport. And then if you want additional information, you can go through on the left dial, additional information you may want to see when you're going down the road. So it really is simple, and it's clear. All right, since we got the retractable roof, we really don't have an overhead console, but we do have right here a spot for your dome lighting. If you want your dome lighting to come on off, you can close the door. This button stays in the center. Open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, lighting will dim out. Rear view mirror, frameless rear view mirror with home link and auto dim. And then our sun visor with vanity, no light, and it does not come out and it does not slide. Getting into the trunk of this Miata RF, it's not a very big trunk, but the key fob will help you do that, right? So here's the key fob right here, nice key fob. On the side here, we got lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, nice weight. You just have to push and hold. Trunk pops. Come on in, open her on up. Now, we have a compromised space, 4.48 cubic feet of cargo space, because you need a spot to store the retractable top. So it cuts down on the trunk space, but you can fit an overnight bag in here, and you do have some lighting over here on the side in case you need to see what you're doing when you're in the trunk, but that's really all she wrote. Miata window sticker, here we go, 24 Miata MX-5 RF Grand Touring, standard equipment. MSRP base, options, $39,985, 40 grand, big money for a Miata. MS, there we go. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety rating's not rated yet. Made by Mazda in Hiroshima, Japan. Engine transmission, Japan as well. Let's take her out for a spin. We're out on the road in this 24 MX-5 RF Miata, and right off the bat, for a small little car, two-seater, I got a good visibility out of all the glass. Now we're down to one camera today. This car's not big enough for more than one camera, and so you're just going to get a road view today. You don't need to see my face yapping in the camera the whole time. And I got good-sized side view mirrors, so easy to see out of. No problems at all, and we're in sport mode now. And I got paddle action. We'll downshift it. Brakes, throw out the anchors, no problem. Now we'll take off. Down the road we go. Feels good. Brakes feel good. We've got a policeman here taking some radar. Got to be very careful with these guys. Handling, very, very sharp. It is nice and tight, and it is nice and right. There's no doubt about that. So it feels good as far as the handling, the quickness, a turning radius of only 15.5 feet roughly. I mean, it whips right around, no problem at all. And for a small car that's low to the ground, it is pretty darn smooth on the road. So it does smooth out very nicely, which really kind of surprised me. I thought I'd feel a lot more bumps in this RF Miata, and I feel them. Obviously I'm lower to the ground, but it's not a harsh ride at all. Not a harsh ride at all. Speed we go. Now, of course, with this retractable roof, it's going to be pretty noisy up here at highway speeds. Talking a little bit louder now, but you know, some people may say the engine's too small. 181 horsepower, 151 pound-feet of torque, not enough. But you know what? The car weighs less than 2,500 pounds. It is so light, and it is so flickable into the corners. You know, you just don't need a whole lot of horsepower to make this vehicle really, really fun to drive. So I guess you could probably try to wedge the 2.5 liter engine in here and do that. But you know, it's just a fun flickable car. Fun flickable car, and it's lighter than that BRZ we saw a couple days ago. Significantly lighter, a couple 100 pounds lighter, and you know, it's the benchmark. The Miata is the benchmark for this small two-seat sports car segment, and you got GR86 and BRZ trying to compete with this particular car, and it's a fun car. Now we're running in 6 speed up on the highway. Overtake, no problem. And right now we're running at 75 miles an hour, and we're turning about 2,200 RPM. So not bad on a small 4-cylinder engine. So you let me know, if you're in the market for one of these small sports cars, do you go Miata? And if you do, what kind of Miata action do you go for? Do you go for the RF, or do you go for a regular Miata, which has that manual convertible top you can just throw back with your hand and save yourself a good amount of money over an RF Miata? You let me know. You put it in the comments. Or do you go BRZ, or do you go with GR86? Let me know that as well. But I do want to thank Ramsey Mazda here in Urbandale, Iowa, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Mazda RF Miata for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.